are on our way. Took a while to get stuff moved over this morning. A little worn out. Been up since like 5 o'clock. Oh, there it is. So today we're going to see what we can do about getting close to Washington D.C. and maybe taking a train or an Uber into Washington in the morning. I'd love to go see the monuments and the Smithsonian, but if I have to do one or the other, it'll definitely be the Smithsonian Aerospace Museum. That's what I want to go see. Always going to be a good thing. This jackhole. Guys, that little white line is there for a reason. It's so that we can actually get by you and not clip your front end. Just a side note. I'm getting off here. I'm gonna drive. After 2 days of working in the rain, I get a full drive day, and look at that sky. Mother Nature hates me. This morning I was putting on my tarps, and the whole time I was strapping up everything, no wind at all. And then as soon as I got my tarps unfolded and before I could get down off the trailer to button them up, here comes the wind. Gotta love it. Tarps flying everywhere. All you can do is hang your head down and sigh. I'm hoping to have some GoPro footage today. I found all of my equipment finally, and then this morning I was looking at it and my SD card was messed up. So I had to stop at Walmart. I had to get some food anyway. I was running low in my fridge. Now I'm stocked back up, and I grabbed an SD card while I was in there. So hopefully I'll get some GoPro footage today. Really, if I can get to Washington, if I can get to the outskirts of Washington and make it into Washington tomorrow, that's really where I want it. I want my GoPro running and I want my phone running. That'll be a good day because I want to see as much as I can in the time that I've got. So I'll keep my fingers crossed and hopefully I can get there. But I am very excited about going up this east coast here because this is the furthest northeast that I've ever been. I've never been to these states. That's exciting. I've never been to Washington D.C. I've never been to Boston. I've never been to New York. Never been to New Jersey. I'm a little nervous also because I've heard horror stories about the traffic in these places, so it's 70% excited, 30% nervous, but we'll see how it goes. I'm sure I'll make it without killing somebody, I hope. That's always the plan. Just crossed over into Virginia. New state number 1 for the week. I guess the weekend. Yeah, I've never been to Virginia. I've been to West Virginia, but I've never been to Virginia. So there's a pilot down here about 12 miles I'm gonna stop there and get a shower for the day. I actually didn't get one yesterday. I like taking a shower, man. Get all the junk and filth and that off me. But so I'm gonna stop there and take a shower. I think I'm gonna stop in Dale City. I have checked. There is a train that leaves from Dale City and goes into Washington, D.C. It's like 20 miles and it takes an hour and a half for the train to get there. Wow. I remember being on the BART system in San Francisco when I was in the Navy, and I knew it took a while, but I really never paid attention to it. Usually I had my headphones on, or I was talking to one of the buddies that was going with me or whatever, and it didn't seem like a long trip. But I bet it took us in Alameda, where my ship was stationed, was in San Francisco Bay. We had to walk from the dock to the bus stop, which was outside of the base, and then we had to catch the bus there, and we had to take the bus over into Oakland. We had to get off the bus there at Oakland and then get onto the BART train that would take us into San Francisco, and then we'd get off at like Embarcadero, I think it was like the second stop, maybe the third stop. Usually the Embarcadero that's where a lot of the shops were, right downtown, and it was the closest station to the dance club we used to go to. Yeah, hard to believe. I used to go to the club. Heck yeah. But we had fun, and I didn't really realize how long it took, but it probably took a good hour easily to get, a few miles, which was ridiculous. Maybe 10 miles, I think it might have been. Horrible. But we're going to get down here and get stopped for a little bit, and then I've got plenty of time to get to Dale City. It's 170 miles from the border, and I've still got almost 6 hours of dry time. So we'll get there tonight. I'll find a place to park, and then tomorrow morning I plan on being on the first train into Washington, D.C., I hope, and start the day. It's going to be an adventure, and I am excited. Well, I am all set up. I'm going to stop for my rest break in Woodbridge, Virginia, which is about 20 miles from Washington, D.C., and there is a train station, an Amtrak train station there in Woodbridge, and I can catch the Amtrak to Washington, D.C. in the morning. I'll need to get a taxi or an Uber over to the train station. It looked like it was about 3-4 miles from the Walmart, but I've already called the Walmart and asked if I could stay in the parking lot, and they said yes. So that is awesome, and I am extremely excited. I am going to go see some stuff that I have wanted to see for, as long as I can remember. Since I was a little kid. Yay! I am parked, and I got nervous. So I get in here, and I had called about 3 hours ago and spoke to one of the assistant managers, and verified that I would be allowed to park in their parking lot, and they told me where to park. So they said right side of the store, toward the back, or toward the back of the parking lot, which is usually associate parking spaces. And if you don't know what an associate parking space is, they're designated by white lines instead of the yellow lines at a Walmart. So I get here, no problem. There's even a bus stop right across the street that I could probably get to the Amtrak through. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, I get parked and get off duty and stuff and look over, and there's a sign that says no overnight parking. Violators will be towed. And we know how that happens. So I immediately got on the phone with another assistant manager. His name is Ryan. He's actually the front end coach. They've kind of restructured some stuff. But whatever. But he's still a manager. And I got his name, and he's going to let the overnight manager know that I'm out here. And he said honestly, he said they only call them if they're out here for, you know, weeks on end or a week or so or whatever. But he has verified that I can stay here. And I told him what my plans were for tonight and tomorrow night, and what I was planning on doing tomorrow. And he has verified that I can do that. And I think I have figured out why my audio gets off. I just saw it glitch. But anyway, so I have his name, and before I leave in the morning, I am going to talk to the manager on duty before I leave. And I'm going to make sure that this truck stays exactly right where it's at, and does not get moved. Because if they tell me that no, if I leave the truck, I'm going to it's going to be moved, I will move it somewhere else tomorrow, and I will just screw up my 34-hour reset. I don't care. Yeah, I'm just, you know, that whole fiasco with the Flying J is whenever I see those signs, you know, if I see them, man, it just makes me nervous. But that's the plan. There is a bus stop across the street. I'm gonna look up the transit system and see if it goes over to the Amtrak station, and then I'm gonna catch the train in the morning to Washington, and I am gonna go see some stuff, and I am excited. But I probably won't even be able to sleep tonight. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no GoPro footage today. I can't get it to look right out that window. I'm gonna have to figure out something else. But I appreciate everybody watching, and hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I think we're creeping up on 290 subscribers. Excited about that too. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate all the comments, and keep those coming. If you have any ideas, anything you want to hear, anything you want me to talk about, let me know, and I'll talk to it and talk about it at the best of my ability. But you guys have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.